What's up, sis? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing blessed to be here. Today is actually just honoring, all the ancestors before me, looking at this great mural behind me and just the history of, Seattle and Seattle's blackness. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's always a day to bring that and uplift that, to bring that to bear and uplift it. And I agree with you. It's one of the reasons why I really appreciate being in their presence. You can feel their essence, but you are really building your own legacy, and you have now ethereal visions. Tell us a bit about what this business is so people can understand what you're doing.
Absolutely. So a lot of people don't actually realize I've been into the entertainment game when I was really 16 years old. So I'm 22 now, and really how I got in is really being a apprentice underneath a manager and seeing her, run her record label and everything else. And through that, I actually was able to start my own. And so, really, Ethereal Visions started actually this year, and I've been working with artists for multiple years. I've been manager position. I've been doing event producing. I've been doing stage management, all the things. And now is the time to really step out on my own and be able to have community events and be able to really showcase my community where I'm from, which is South Seattle, and being able to have the Othello Marketplace as a place where people can come, whether supporting all of our creatives, right, through being able to have vendors and performers come down and really showcase their greatness to our community. And so really Ethereal Visions is a artist development organization, and we're really about uplifting our community and being able to create safe places for our community to thrive in.
Well, I think artists communities are one of the backbones of Seattle. I mean, almost every time I'm talking to anybody who's involved in the art world, we hear about these subsets, these kind of families that artist communities create, because they'll know, oh, this person does that thing. Okay, you want to tap in with this person, and I love that so much. And you're talking about really performing arts, right? I mean, you're talking about people who are singing, rapping. Tell us about some of the people that you have as this kind of collective for Ethereal Visions.
Yes, I gotta shout out Zeta Prince. I gotta shout out Jamaica. I gotta shout out, my boy Latio and TXR. Those are some of the great performers that we are going to have coming and performing. Rodriguez Green is a South End gigs dancer, in Seattle that I grew up with, like Rainier Beach alumni, just like myself, and really being able to grow up with these cats and seeing their greatness. There's not a lot of platforms to them to really be able to be showcased, though. There's not a lot of opportunities to be able to uplift their greatness and really showcase the South End in a positive manner. You know what I mean? Because we have so much positive things. I know when I went to Rainier Beach, the saying was everybody's a somebody. And that right there, no matter if you were the most quietest kid in the room or whether you were, an entertainer or whatnot, or somebody that was very boisterous, is like everybody had something going on, or maybe it was their little side business or their little side hustle or whatever. Everybody really was a somebody.
I really love that phrase. Everybody is somebody.
Exactly. Me
I
too.
love that. And I will carry that with me. I think oftentimes too, when you are thinking about the artist community, they do need platforms, because ultimately a lot of folks need to know that they can do it. And the thing around, folks being maybe shy, or, oh man, I got to get on this big stage. If they don't have people that they know and that they've already built relationships with that are opening those kinds of doors, sometimes it can be intimidating. Tell us a bit about your approach to building this community.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, my approach is really just connecting with community, right? So really, that's where the ideology behind the South End Connection really was, is me and my business partner coming together with strategic consulting and ethereal vision, really being South End natives ourselves and being able to really wanting to showcase the brilliance that is in the South End and creating those safe places for our artists, but really being able to tap in with, our neighborhood communities. I've reached out to the Filipino community center that is in our community. I've reached out to the arts and cultural, centers, and reaching out to different organizers in the native communities and really asking for their blessing, right? We got to really pay homage to the original natives that have been here for thousands of years, right? And so really it's being able to create, I'm just creating the space, right? Being a South End native myself, being able to create that space to be able to bring in community and pay homage, and also give that platform for others to be able to, really represent and be able to create an e-commerce, right, where they can collectively come together and build their own, businesses and their own, wealth within this process as well. And so that's really the ideology of having Sunday markets every single Sunday throughout the summer at Othello Park, and the Othello Marketplace, is really to be able to showcase all of this greatness and being able to have it, not only at the Othello Marketplace, but the South End Connection really believes to have, all types of South End events all around, whether it's Jefferson Park or Genesee or, at Seward Park Amphitheater. You know what I mean? Those are kind of the places and the things that we're really looking out and looking to do.
I think that there's something so special about people having a vision, right? And then attacking it, going after it. And I know our very own Curtis Cuddy Delgado, saw something in his head, and he was like, I just want to do this music festival like our own, Sleepless in Seattle. I'm going to do it, right there at the amphitheater, and I'm going, Seward Park. And it was just like this whole thing that it was just like, it starts with a vision. But if you leave it in your head, people don't get to experience it.
Absolutely.
So I want to tell you, I'm proud of you for stepping out and realizing, like, man, I got this vision. I'm going to find a way to make it happen. And one thing about you, Elijah, is that you definitely are going to find a way to make things happen,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, and so, I appreciate you sharing how you're really talking about building genuine connections with folks, building genuine relationships, and allowing those relationships to fuel this vision for ethereal visions, right? And
Right.
so, when you think about bringing on new artists, do you have a specific approach that you use when you maybe hear some music and you go, man, who is this person? Maybe you don't already have that relationship. How are you thinking about expanding this idea? Because I know you think long game. So in the long game for ethereal visions, what are some of the things that you're really hoping to achieve, or ways that you're looking to expand by bringing on new talent?
Absolutely. Let's start out with ethereal, right? A lot of people are like ethereal, right? When they're looking at the wordage and stuff. I know ethereal for me really means just breaking it down, the lightness and darkness, right? I think that throughout our, there's been a lot of oppression for young artists that are coming up and trying to get into the game. There's a lot of gatekeepers. There's a lot of people that are not willing to give that opportunity to young artists that are really just trying to showcase their artwork and themselves and being able to be in community and really being able to be paid that respect as a professional, right? A lot of our professional artists that are out here have to sacrifice a lot, you know what I mean, in order to really be able to breathe life into their gifts, right, and being able to be showcased as professionals, right? And so really ethereal is like, I think of like the sixth dimension, right? It is outside of this world and really creating a place where people can be genuinely themselves and being able to uplift and empower our communities. I think that there's a lot of negativity out there. There's a lot of people who are bringing it down and whatnot, and it's up to us to be able to showcase, boom, we are, from South Seattle. We are not all, the narratives that people try to put on us, and we are actually out here and we are uplifting our community, and we are actually making opportunities for others to be able to come on and build those platforms, and we're telling our stories. This is the truth. A lot of people don't understand the truth for, being from South Seattle and living in, South Seattle, and what that comes with, right? And so we're showcasing, our artistry and in a genuine fashion, right? And so those are the kind of things when I look for in an artist, is looking for lyricists. I love lyricists. People are really talking their stuff and being able to really articulate that. I love to hear, people who are being genuinely them, telling their stories and being raw, and really being able to really convey that in their artistry. That's really what I look for. And within our, South End markets, is obviously making sure that we are prioritizing South End performers that are actually from the city and born and raised in the South End.
Well, I just applaud you for this effort, and I'm looking forward to this series of events. Make sure you look right there and let folks know how they can tap in with Ethereal Visions and tap in with these amazing events you'll be doing in South Seattle every Sunday.
Absolutely. Like she said, every single Sunday, it's going to be at Othello Park, right here in South in Seattle. And really For those who might not know, it's on Othello and MOK. You go down to 44th Street and you'll be able to find it. And so really how you can tap in with us is at southendconnection.com, and really just checking out what we do. If you want to be an artist, if you want to be a food vendors, we have a couple limited spots available, but it's only $35. We're making sure that it is affordable for our vendors to come down and vend, and we're looking for all different types of community members to be able to come down, prioritizing multicultural communities to be able to come down and showcase their culture in the Othello Park Marketplace. So we're also having a farmers market too, so we're looking for BIPOC farmers as well. So come down and support at Othello Marketplace. This Sunday, the 26th, is starting, going all the way until the 28th of August. So check us out.
Amazing. What time are these events?
Yes, they are from 11 to 4 p.m. And for setup is 9 a.m. for all of the vendors. Sound check is 10 a.m. for our artists.
Amazing. Great job, Elijah. I'm looking forward to the first one flourishing, and I'm sure the rest will as well. You had a vision and you are making it happen with
Come
ethereal
on,
visions.
it is going to be 84 degrees
There
out.
we
So,
go.
I definitely believe the higher power is always behind me. And so, yeah.
Good for you. Well, proud of you, man. Looking forward to it. Thanks for
Thank you.
being with me today.
Absolutely.